Okay, so let's look at the crowning energy for you, which is the moon. Now, Taurus is an earth sign, and most Taurus people are just very grounded and very practical. Earth signs are very practical, but more so with a Taurus because they're very financially, they're very sound. They make very sound decisions when it comes to spending. And when it comes to career, they most likely will choose careers that promises, financial abundance, rather than going for something that is a wild card but that ignites their passion. So I feel that with the moon energy here is it's a message to tap into your intuitive and also spiritual reservoir and to also channel that energy, follow your intuition and just be a little more, just let go a little bit, let the heed the inner voice basically. And we do have a few cups here. We have the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups coming in. So I feel like this energy, even putting yourself in others' shoes, that might be a little hard for Taurus to do from time to time due to the stubbornness, but also putting yourself in others' shoes. And basically, I feel that this energy will reverberate throughout the month due to the water signs that are showing up in this card or that might be in your midst. And in fact, I feel that there might be a new love coming in. I do have the Eight of Wands, which denotes, swift action, and it's usually passion. And you have the Knight of Cups in the upright position coming in for you. So Knight of Cups are water signs, usually the Scorpio, Cancers, and Pisces. And in fact, Taurus and Scorpio actually are very compatible in the way they approach life, and there is great passion between the two. So that might be, a Scorpio sign coming in for you. I don't get any other reading from this except that it's the water sign coming in. And I feel in general, with the Strength card at the very, beginning of the month, Strength is upright, so you do have that. But I feel that at the same time, you might have feelings for somebody, you might have this magnetic attraction to somebody, and yet you're not following your intuition and you're not acting on it. So it's urging you to act on it. That, what can go wrong, because you have to take risk in life. So I would say, muster up the strength, go after that person that you're interested in, because I think everything else should be fine, because you have the Knight of Cups in the upright position. The Page of Cups, that's I feel like that's dealing with another energy later on. So you've got this nice gentleman coming in, offering you this cup of love, offering you his feelings and all these promises. And I think water signs in general are very sincere and they have a good heart. So, act on it. Muster up the strength to show that you're interested and accept that person into your life. I feel like one of the challenges that you've dealt with in the past is this Five of Swords, in that it's a victory. It's a swift victory on, it might be on your end, where the other party is left decimated, is, left destroyed and very hurt. And I feel that with the sword energy involved, there might have been, harsh words exchanged, because I feel that people don't really physically battle with swords anymore. So I'm guessing this is more of a intellectual energy, in that people do things to hurt others, verbally. So I feel that you're still recovering from that, because this is in between you, this newfound attraction, and this Knight of Cups. So you're worried that, this might end up the same way. And the advice would be, you're dealing with a different energy here. This Knight of Cups, they're very sincere in general, water signs. So you don't have to be fearful of that. The next energy I have coming in is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Ten of Pentacles upright shows completion and abundance and financial, just abundance. You have an older man, a family, dogs. Everyone is happy in this situation. In the reverse situation, I feel that you can still have that, but there is some worry. There's some worry here regarding, if it will maintain that way, because another thing about Taurus in general, they're very abundant when it comes to spending. You're a little bit extravagant and you like the finer things in life, so maybe it's time to hone in, like turn back and hold yourself back from spending too much, and just focus on the things that bring you spiritual or emotional fulfillment. Focus on that rather than accumulating, material things that you might not need, that serve no purpose in your life, that you will forget as soon as you buy them. So focus on that energy. And this Ten of Pentacles in reverse is coupled with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which signifies a balancing act. So I feel like you feel that money is slipping through and you don't feel as abundant as you would like. But on top of that, I think that you know what you need to do. It's just a matter of getting around to doing them, to balance the books, and to find your center again when it comes to either finances or, your own emotional life. So calm those waters. And I feel that you know what you need to do. This is interesting here. You have this, and I'm reading, I will actually read these two together. So you know what you need to do. And I feel that this is you here, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a younger person that might not be, totally experienced when it comes to emotional relationships. This showed up in the reverse in this reading, right next to this Two of Pentacles. And if you look at them, there's water, crossing the two cards. And they're basically, the water is flowing through this energy. So that's why I've chosen to read them together. Both in the reverse position, you know what you need to do, but you're being stubborn about it. You're being a little immature and hesitant about quieting the calmer waters and quieting the emotional turmoil within you. And I feel like this also ties in with this upright Knight of Cups. You might be so overwhelmed by your feelings that you don't want to act on it, and you don't know how to act on it, or you try to hold yourself back, being an earth sign. So then you don't act when this person comes along. Or it's just, you're at a point in your life where, with the energy of the Page of Cups, you feel that it's hard to trust feelings, because you feel that feelings are not, solid. They're not something tangible that you can touch and taste and see and hold in your hand. So you're choosing to let that go rather than to pursue your passion and to, follow your intuition and guide you to the right people that you might want to have in your life. So with the water energy here, I'm reading them as, one unit. So again, take heed of this spiritual advice here, which is the Moon, following your intuition, doing what you think or what you know is the right thing automatically, listening to that inner voice within you, and channel this when you deal with your relationships, when you don't know, when you're at an impasse and you don't know how to go. Listen to that inner voice. We always have that inner voice, and it's there for a reason. So, pay more attention to it. So the last card that we have here for this month is the Queen of Cups. Again, you have a lot of water energy this month, so you might be dealing with a lot of water signs, the Scorpio, Cancers, and Pisces. Or in general, the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, they're a little more mature, emotionally mature, and they're upright, which is, what you want. Whereas the Page of Cups, I feel that might not be the water sign in your life. I feel that that's you holding back on your emotions, or verbalizing your emotional needs to these people, because the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups are very gentle. I feel like they're very gentle, well-meaning people. And so it's up to you to, meet them at their level. So the advice is to accept this person into your life. It could be the Knight of Cups, a new romantic attraction, or the Queen of Cups, and meeting them there on their emotional level. They're very nurturing people, and they really care very deeply about the people that are in their lives that they're emotionally involved with. So I feel in this situation, if you're still hung up on the past based on, bad relationships that have ended due to people just being hurtful and mean, I don't think you have much to worry. Finances, though, you know what you have to do to balance it. So I feel that, Taurus, you can, forego a few luxury goods just to maintain your financial equilibrium, so that you don't have to dip into the red in your savings. So let this energy in, and the advice again is to follow your intuition. Do what your inner voice is telling you, and letting the people in, not being afraid, so guarded and so afraid to show people or tell people what you need out of a relationship.